How to install a plumbing system using PEX piping. Difficulty level 1 hammer. Plumbing is not just about working with copper pipes. Thanks to PEX pipes, any novice is capable of installing a plumbing system. This kind of solution is designed to be inset. Our installation will be concealed behind existing false plasterboard cavity walls. You will need sheathed reels of PEX pipes available in blue for cold water and red for hot water, a connection base plate with 90-degree ports, cavity wall anchors for the base plate and PEX joints. You will need a box cutter, a pipe cutter, a PEX expander tool, a PEX sliding fittings tool, a spirit level, a pencil, a fixing gun for cavity wall anchors, a drill, a screwdriver and a set of hole cutters, a plasterboard cutter, a set of flat spanners, a hammer and a masonry bit. The principle behind the network. You need 2 collectors, one for hot water and the other for cold water. The PEX pipes exit from the distribution points by the shortest route, passing through the wall and joining up with the collector on the other way around. The collectors sit at the head of the network, the branches or tentacles which are spread out to the distribution points. The correct diameter. Each item of equipment has a specific diameter, relating to the flow rate needed. The sink and the WC need a diameter of only 12. The washing machine, bath or shower needs a large diameter of 16. The hot water tank requires a diameter of 20. A sheath around the outside of the pipe protects it, but also allows it to expand freely. If you are going to lay a screed in the room where you're working, make sure you set the pipes into it. For walls, you may conceal the pipes inside a false wall or inside ducts in the case of solid walls. In this case, it is more practical to work backwards from the distribution, that is to say, to work backwards from the supply point towards the initial collector. In that way, there is more space to work behind the false wall where you want to attach pipe joints to the base plate. Cutting the pipe. Cut the sheath gently with a box cutter, making sure you do not nick the PEX pipe. Then cut the PEX pipe itself with a pipe cutter. What sort of joint will you use? To make a compression joint, you need a hex key or 2 flat spanners. However, this is a little more time-consuming. The sliding joint is cheaper but requires 2 special-purpose tools, which quickly pay for themselves if you have a large project. The sliding joint. Slide the ring onto the pipe, pushing it 5 or 6 centimeters back from the end. Use the PEX expander tool to spread the end of the PEX tube. Push the nipple of the joint onto the pipe, leaving a small gap between the final thread and the end of the joint. Using the sliding fittings tool, move the ring over the joint. When complete, the PEX pipe is sandwiched between the ring and the joint, leaving the nut able to move freely as if being attached. Insetting the pipework. Mark the exact point where the mixing valve will go using a pencil, allowing for future floor coverings. At floor level, cut an opening in the false wall plasterboard to allow the pipes to pass through. The mixing valve base plate. Place the base plate on the wall, checking it is horizontal with the spirit level, and mark the fixing holes and the circular cutouts for the pipes. You can choose between the mixing valve or 90-degree hanging pipe supports. By using a base plate, you can make sure everything is perfectly centered and the mixing valve is solidly fixed to the wall of the stud partition. Cut out the circular holes for the pipes and drill the fixing holes. Feed the PEX pipes through the circular holes of the base plate and down to the opening at ground level. Leave a little extra pipe for corner joints. There are several different types of base plate depending on the type of joint used. Compression joints, sliding joints, or for example, reti-grip. The joints. Assemble the joints at the end of the pipe. Attach them loosely to the base plate to allow a little play. Push the plate gently to seal the corner joints into position. Fix the base plate with cavity wall anchors to the false wall. Once the base plate is fixed, remove the screws, as it is held in place by the cavity wall anchors. Now you can fully tighten the corner joints. There should be no kinks in the pipes during assembly of the joints between the distribution points and the collectors. Once two pipes are connected, they must take the shortest route possible to the collectors, ideally buried in a screed that you have laid afterwards on the ground. Within the screed. In this case, fix the pipes to the ground with appropriate pipe retaining clips, which should hold the pipes firmly in place without deforming the outer sheath. Drill your wall to allow the pipes to pass into the room containing the collector. From the distribution point to the collector, there should be no joints in either pipe. You should allow the PEX pipe to expand freely by setting the pipes in gently curving furrows. The collectors. In the room where the collector is located, the PEX pipes from the bathtub distribution pass through the opening at ground level. Close the two existing collector shutoff valves and remove the two spare nuts. The joints. Locate each pipe at its connecting point on the collector and make sure that the pipe is not kinked at all after leaving the opening. Leave a little extra pipe when you remove the sheath. Mark the pipe and cut it to fit. Assemble your joint and attach the pipe to the collector, making sure that there is a seal inside. When you inset the construction of the system, a plumbing solution in PEX is within anyone's capability, and it is much cheaper than using copper piping.